The office of U.S. Senator Larry Craig of Idaho presents The Washington Report.
Hello, welcome to The Washington Report. I am Iris Amador. If you drive, you're already aware that gas prices are edging up. We know, too, the government of Venezuela, led by President Hugo Chavez, took control over private oil fields May 1st at the strike of midnight. Venezuela is, of course, a major oil provider to the United States. That same day, Idaho Senator Larry Craig was on the Senate floor urging Congress to take prompt actions to reduce the country's oil dependence on foreign nations.
Mayday! 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 Do you hear me calling? Do you hear the frustration of the American consumer today that goes to the gas pump and pays record high gas prices? I saw prices in my state of Idaho today verging on an all-time high. $3, $3.02, $3.05, depending on how far you are out from the head of the pipeline. I do believe that's what the American consumer is saying today. Help me. And to the Congress of the United States and to this Senate, that sound ought to be echoing through this chamber and certainly through the halls and the committee rooms that deal with national energy policy.
The Senate Energy Committee is currently reviewing bills with measures to increase domestic fuel production. Another bill making its way through the legislative process is an initiative to help veterans suffering from traumatic brain injuries. Of the nearly 24,000 wounded soldiers returning from Iraq, about one-third suffer some degree of brain trauma. The Department of Veterans Affairs has 4 hospitals to treat service members with severe brain injuries, and they operate in Virginia, Florida, Minneapolis, and California. The leaders of the Senate Committee on Veterans Affairs, Senators Daniel Akaka and Larry Craig, introduced a bill requiring the VA department to provide a rehabilitation and reintegration plan for each soldier with a brain injury. The bill also requires the VA to do more research regarding this type of injury and send a veteran to private care if they are not able to provide it. Also among Senator Craig's goals, making it easier for people to submit their taxes. With tax day barely behind us, the last thing you probably want to hear about now is taxes again. But this is good news. Senators Craig and Richard Shelby from Alabama have introduced a proposal to radically change the current tax system.
Americans, if they had to wade through the 66,498 pages, that's right, 66,498 pages of the federal tax rules, if on a letter-sized sheet of paper, that amount of pages would stand about 22 feet tall. Now that's about 3 times taller than I am with cowboy boots and a cowboy hat on. That's pretty significant stuff. And yet the average American is supposed to figure out how to get through that. Well, that's why they spend $265 billion hiring the experts to figure how to get them through it.
The intent of the bill is to simplify the process by establishing a flat rate, initially of 19% and after 2 years of 17%, eliminating special preferences, ending the double taxation of savings and investment, and providing a generous exemption to families based on their size. So it may very well be that in a year or two, when tax time rolls around, we can all save ourselves a headache. For now, this will be all. I am Iris Amador. Thank you so much for joining us for another Washington Report. Remember, you can always visit craig.senate.gov for more details.